So, episode 4. This, in my opinion, pre-COVID, this was our peak of pre-COVID. This is one of my favorite episodes, probably my favorite out of season 2, and it's definitely the best out of the first half, episodes 1 through 8. So, we're going to watch it today. And
Cup, yeah, episode 4. The last episode before we went on a pretty decently sized hiatus.
yeah, it was about 5 months.
Yeah, 5 to 6. Doesn't show the exact date. Up there, December 6th.
December 6th, 2019.
No, it was more than 6.
Yeah, because we didn't...
No, about 6 dead on until June.
Yeah.
6 and a half.
June. Well, we started filming back in May, then we uploaded
Yeah.
in June. That being said, I enjoy this episode a lot. I'm going to have a fun time reacting to this one.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of my
12
favorites.
minutes
Yeah.
and 6 seconds.
Let's go.
Right off the bat. Amazing shot.
Target my name.
That's one of my favorites, how you utilize stuff in the field.
Mm-hmm.
Hear why.
Love this location.
I wanted your attention.
Psychosis voice. Close up where he's covering up majority of the screen. We use this location quite a bit. You did.
I did it on my little
Yes.
school project.
There he is. There he is, Arnold. We were like, let's try all these different things. We're gonna use the shadows in the water shot, and it worked. It worked. It looked nice.
What's interesting is these first 4 episodes spanned over
They
about
were
5
long.
months.
Yeah, but there were 13,
Yes.
11, 9, 12. So the
Yeah.
first 4 in total is
You're not for me.
making like 45, 50
Yeah,
minutes of
and then-
runtime there.
When it came to this episode, that took only like
That's what I
3
used
months.
to
It was
do
all
my
summer.
hair. My old high school style hair. Everyone
Back to
loved.
Leroy.
Back in when I was in high school, everyone loved to gel their hair for some
I'll
reason.
tell you what. You say you work with your boss.
And then
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's,
I'm ready.
it's probably...
Here it is.
I'm
Leroy's
ready.
back.
Don't get too excited now.
And then there's the breakfast card that we
Part
mentioned.
of the job. But I'm excited.
He was never seen from again, was he?
Yeah, I think this is...
How about this? 100 likes on the dot with this episode.
Yeah,
Where's the view count? I can't see it. Oh, there. 485. Like, see, they got views. I don't know. Like, when they first came out, they didn't get this much. As they aged, like, people started watching them.
I will prove it.
He will prove
Yeah,
it.
we have
Never
the mask
seen again. I don't have that shirt
I'm pretty
anymore.
sure. He was supposed to die, but we just completely forgot about him. Whoops.
So it appears to me that's like the most sense.
I can't remember. This was when you weren't available, I think. So we just
Yeah.
thought of something. Like, you told us the lines.
No way. Last time I was told that, we failed.
Yeah, I remember.
That was a good cutaway. I remember.
Are you sure? I think I was shooting this.
Even
Well, I don't
I
know.
remember, I remember getting up on the fireplace and shooting some
It's
scene.
just Nick's not there.
Maybe Nick wasn't there.
We just filmed.
I remember getting up on the fireplace, positioning my feet and getting the shots.
I like Derek Dillon's characterization. He becomes more important.
Here we go.
This
He's
pig.
playing Minecraft.
The pig.
He says he's on a Cobra Hot mission with the newbie, Leroy.
Oh, so Leroy's
This
on
right
this. We
here.
never filmed that.
So, you might as well want to go scout it. You have nothing better to do. I say let's do it.
Yeah, he gets mad. I remember.
Did he actually? I can't remember. I remember
Just
sitting
jumps up,
there
gets
and
out,
seeing
and walk
that.
right by.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, I love
Here's
it.
one of the-
I wasn't here for that.
Yes.
Oh, that last bit. I think.
Yeah.
No, I think I recorded that. I remember lining that
This
one
is
up.
this was on your iPhone 8.
Yep.
And
And it
it's
looks
one
incredible.
of the most. Oddly, it's one
It
of the
is
best
rich.
looking things here. I
Yeah,
don't know
well,
why it's-
the lens was so tiny, but it was
Yeah.
still I think it was only 12 megapixels, but it's still a 4K video
the
recording
lighting,
camera.
the sun position and the lighting was
Yeah.
just perfect for this scene, and the colors too.
Yes, it was. I mean, you can see a little bit of exposure there, but I think it was to the
works.
point where it does work because it's a cloudy day, and it got to the point where if I put it any lower, you wouldn't be able to see them. You see how the shadow kind of covered. There's black portions a tad bit over there in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
If I would have gone any lower, it would have just
This shot
blacked
right
everything
here.
out.
What the hell is that?
Oh yeah, it
There's
looks
a lot
amazing.
of bloopers here. I remember,
Despite you think because of all the foliage and the bushes, the bit rate wouldn't be able to handle the bit rate back on an iPhone 8, but it handled it marvelously. Like that little tiny camera worked wonders.
low shots here. This was hard to film because there were thorn bushes everywhere, and
Because this is in 4K.
a lot of the bloopers you can hear us like saying out.
When you watch our episodes in 4K, now when I edit these, it looks incredible. But as soon as you go to YouTube, if you don't upload a 4K and if you don't watch in 4K, if you don't have a 4K monitor, it like iPhones and smartphones, we're missing all the action here. It just
You watched.
it looks like shit. And I'm like, YouTube's just a bunch of lazy bums like that. Fuck people. Let's be honest. I'm gonna call them out right now. Like it's because so many people upload so many videos in a day. So there was a point where a resolution was fine, and then they were like, okay, we're gonna lower the bit rate. And it's like when you watch 720p, 1080p, it looks awful. It looks hideous. But you have to push it to 4K, and it looks wonderful. So there are certain videos we upload to 1080p, and they just look like crap. It looks like we're amateurs, but like, well, I mean, we're definitely low budget. I wouldn't call us amateurs now. When we were younger, we were, but yeah, that's an incredible scene. And it just goes to show you those old phones shot incredible footage when it's raw. It's just when you go to YouTube and you put anything under 1080 and under, it just.
So this is
Cameron Redeman's
this is me, Redeman
Yep.
and me, Logan. I remember this night. I remember sitting there like the whole time, and we were like talking to fishing. We just decided, hey, let's film a little quick bit.
Yeah, we wanted Brendan to get his first scene.
Brendan,
And I think
you never see his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic. Absolute classic.
One blooper with this.
If you can hear it, he talks about how he got a 69-pounder. It's just a little.
Yeah.
I forget what this.
We were talking
What
about
purpose it
chalices
served.
at the end. I was
Yeah,
talking about chalice,
that's what it was.
If you listen closely.
He was supposed to be like some buddy of Logan's from Canada. I remember that. Gosh, I just can't get that last scene. It's really well made. We were talking over it, but basically that last scene, they were both groups. They were trying to go after Psychomos' hideout area, and they basically caught each other, and they had a firefight. Psychomos wasn't even there though. I think here it is. He goes
back.
later. Yeah, he
This
goes back.
This episode's mainly.
So this is Arnold. And
I filmed
Baxter.
this whole scene. and
This
it's a bit dark.
is another one. This one's brilliant. Actually, I think this one. I like this one even more.
This is probably my best shot scene. And the Man of Steel soundtrack. I love this. I love this. The way we pitched it down. Yes. Whoops.
What the?
Yeah, the way we pitched it down was perfect. Because a lot of the soundtracks we usually have to pitch down for copyright reasons, but it sounds even better than the original.
What's this fool even do?
People are setting off fireworks outside. So
Yeah.
all hear booms
Dr.
every time.
Psychomos isn't known for much in our timeline.
I was still relatively trying to get used to Filmic Pro with his shots, but I was still like I'm much better now than I was, but I was very good. I tried to get the foreground first, so I always try to get
One of
his
the
face,
shots.
and then I'd blur the background.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. The one shot where it's just my face up front and the side and everything in the back, right there.
It is still very
It looks-
dark, but
it
I
looks
think,
awesome.
I don't know if I probably couldn't have adjusted it. Probably couldn't have adjusted it.
And then right as it tunes in with the music, pitch perfect.
Yes. And then this shot that's coming up is one of the best we've ever. Like it's one of the best. It's probably my favorite. Outside of the one where we're standing on the lake from episode 2, right here.
Right there.
And then
Yep. You got the tree in line.
you hear the Man of Steel jingle right there. The iconic. One of my most nostalgic episodes. I love that. I miss this era.
And then there's a flashback scene to 2006 when they first, the experiments were first starting. This is Dr. Psychomos.
And pay close attention to his voice. He tries to make it sound like less deep, and then he just goes to. I think he didn't want to do that, so we kept that bit, but then he just speaks normally, like how Psychomos would.
Who was the other character? Aaron was playing an extra.
Jackson Douglas.
Yes, Jackson Douglas. He's another one deep within the lore of War series.
Yes.
He was like one of his scientist assistants. He was like an assistant scientist to Psychomos and the Red Cape.
Hey, doctor? This place is a fucking mess. What's the matter with you?
Using that upside
Bit under
down.
the weather there? Little pig?
I think these phones use high dynamic range. This is like one of the first years when they had high dynamic range
Touchy.
with the camera lenses for Apple. And as the years have progressed, they've obviously gotten much better.
Yes.
With these pro cameras here, 3 lenses.
Yeah, and then Nick talks again here, and he sounds deeper than he did in that first clip. So I guess he just didn't want to do that young Psychomos voice.
He said it hurt his voice.
Yeah.
Or hurt his throat.
Right here, go ahead, take it.
Yeah, that's a repeat line
So,
that we
yeah,
used
you
on
had this
purpose.
Freak show. Look like a geek in that Halloween costume.
That snarky attitude. I got a spear in you.
Is that so?
This scene's really
Yeah,
loud.
this part's funny.
Putting up with this shit from day one. So hit the ghost town,
He
bitch.
pulls the middle finger.
Yeah, and then I say
Great
that
job,
in
great.
episode 14. And then there's this part where it's freaking hilarious. 'Cause he just like cuts off.
Shall we begin?
This
Star Trek.
episode
Star
has-
Trek Into Darkness.
Yes, this episode has so much like lore added to it. Like it adds so much. Bulletproof
You
blanket.
get the tripod set up here in my basement.
We do not have that treadmill anymore. I'm surprised that's still there.
Trash that thing. I think it was actually nice.
Early? What's with that?
Just a work in progress.
See, when it's just Mark and I were making a scene, we have to set it up with a tripod because there's no one else there to help us.
Nowadays, we always have.
Honestly, I like it. It works out fine. I love stable shots. I love steadies. I like stuff that's slow flowing, lets things build. This is when we go to Wisconsin. We go to the inland entrance, I think.
Yeah, it's funny because I say Michigan, but then it's Wisconsin. That was always the joke.
The Great Lakes.
Taking a trip to the Great Lakes.
Yep.
Oh, Michigan?
Yep, there it is. And then he says Wisconsin at the end of the other scene.
Well, I never agreed. I just went. There, see, Great
Lakes.
Great Lakes.
Ironically, it's the same area. I think we shot the Psychomo scene and this scene on the same day because in the blooper reel, I'm wearing the same clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's when we found that chair that makes that.
We probably did.
Because it's the same lighting and everything. And Aaron has the phone in his pocket because he was recording BTS. I remember that. And that was his old phone where it looked really bad. And then he got his new phone a couple months after, I think. Yeah, see, right there.
Yep.
Wisconsin. Quite a sight to see for sure.
Legit microphones, put them around. Like, you don't have time for that.
We do have mini ones, but we never bring them.
They're trash too. Like, you guys spend some good money on
Here
this.
is...
Derek.
Yeah,
Mr.
Mr.
Chow.
Chow's first scene, Mr. Chow.
No, it's not his first scene.
Maybe it's not his first scene, but maybe it's his first major character.
Oh, maybe it is his first scene.
And this was the
Chow.
lowest that water's gone. It's never been that low. It hasn't been that low since.
Yeah, it was beautiful out.
I've been living the
Yeah,
dream.
I love the way the water looks.
And I'm here work.
You have the rock down in the right corner. You have the water, and then Derek's filled up in the middle of the frame. I can't remember. I think this might be Ad Astra music. I feel like we were utilizing a lot of Ad Astra this time in season 2, but I'm not 100% sure on that if it is Ad Astra or
You haven't
not.
got it for me. I have other problems to deal with.
I wish we kept the all
Listen to
black
that scratching
Psychomos.
voice. Sounds like he smokes 20 packs a day.
Yeah. 500.
Yeah, 500 cigarettes.
That scene. I wish we kept the all black Psychomos look with the gloves and everything, because it makes them look like fully like.
That's right. I forgot he had black gloves.
Because every time you see Psychomos in every scene, he's always wearing shorts.
Mhm.
Like I want.
You can always see. There's always something with Psychos where you can see what he's wearing or Nick's face. And then he got the black mask later on, and then red mask for Red Cape.
And that's the end of the episode. That still holds up as
Alright.
one of our best, I think. And next up's Key Afterward. Yeah, that holds up. Holds up. It's
Yes,
5
it
years
does.
old, and it's still like you'd think we would have made that today.
And one of my favorite shots of all time has to be, and it's so simple, but it has to be in the backyard with the grass and the foliage. When I think it's you ducking right, and you have your gun in your hand and it goes straight down, and just I'm big with lines, and like that's something that the guys like Nerf Sock'em and Aaron Esso, they just don't understand. Like they don't have that. They don't have any of that whatsoever, and I think that's what War has going for it. It's got beauty and simplicity. Of course, we have a lot of grand wide shots. I love, I'm a sucker for the grand wide shots, the blurs and then focusing. I don't know. I have my certain things, but yeah, overall, episode 4, Cup, aged well.
Yeah, it did age well, and I remember watching it so many. It's probably the most viewed episode I've ever watched. But at the time we were still filming. I was like getting ready to film again because it was our latest upload for a long time. I think we uploaded something in between like to keep up. I don't know if it wasn't we didn't do like the war recaps until well after the season 2 ended, but still holds up. It's one of the best episodes ever. It has my favorite scene, which is the Sent Here for a Reason clip.
Man of Steel.
And you walking out into the shot by me. I can say I've definitely improved since then, but it was like the start of me really getting good with that cinematography.
It's funny, like now looking back, but I remember first watching it, I was like, oh, this shit's so good.
And now look what we're cooking. We've got scenes filmed in I probably shouldn't say that yet, but we got
No
scenes
spoilers
filmed in other places outside of the country.
Yes.
All right. Well, overall, great episode. Stay tuned for episode 5 commentary. See ya.